Welcome back to another YouTube video, and I'm joined with Julian once again.
What's popping?
So today we're going to be talking about user intent and understanding it, especially if you are looking to scale out content or scaling out your SEO campaign. I think that this is pretty important to understand prior to even launching any articles, because it comes down to how well the article is going to perform, really. So very quickly, Julian, what do you know about user intent? What's your thoughts on it?
Nothing. No, I'm just kidding. No, so it's all about figuring out, okay, from this keyword that people are typing into Google, what are they trying to understand? Like, how can I answer their question in the best possible way? So, for example, if someone types into Google, what is SEO? And then I answer the question with hire Kazra Dash. Like, that's me misunderstanding the search intent and understanding the information they look for. Whereas if, for example, I answered that question in a very concise, no fluff way, and then went into more depth afterwards and said, keep reading if you want to learn more, and just answer pretty much every single thing they could want to know in priority of what they need to know, then that's a much better way of understanding the user intent.
Yeah, I think that's quite a good way of essentially explaining what user intent is. It's essentially matching what people want to see in the SERP. So very quickly, I will show my screen, and we'll have a little bit of a debate on how we would write these articles. To be honest, I don't think it'll be much of a debate. I think we're probably both gonna agree on a lot of things here.
We need to do some savage debates at one point.
Yeah, we do actually. But the example that Julian used is actually quite a good example, right? So if somebody's searching for what is SEO, right? What people would want is an informational piece under, like, basically explaining what SEO is. So potentially you could talk about how SEO stands for search engine optimization. You can go into detail like SEO versus SEM, SEO versus PPC, explaining the pros and cons of each, and basically what Google is looking for if you were going to try and replicate what is SEO is more of an informational piece and not an article talking about how great of an SEO agency you are, right? But on the flip side of that, you've got SEO agency in Manchester. Now, if we were to take a look at, for example, some of these guys, right? This is obviously selling them as a service. So like 50% of B2B marketers stated that SEO generates more leads. So they're just talking about the pros of SEO and why you should use these guys as your next SEO agency. So if I was going to do an article on SEO Agency Manchester, it would be a lot more salesy. Would you agree with what I've just stated, Julian?
Yeah, exactly. That's spot on.
So then another example that we've also got is, like, for example, SEO ranking factors, right? And if we were to take a look at this is a very, very different intent here as well. So if I was going to essentially replicate this, I would be looking to do more of like a listicle, and I would be talking about every single ranking factor. So for example, page speed, I would have a section in my SEO article, and it will be talking about page speed, the importance of it, why it is a ranking factor, and potentially even talking about some case studies that I might have done improving a website's speed. Is that similar to what you would do, Julian?
Yeah, exactly.
So is there anything else that you think is important when it comes to understanding user intent?
Yeah, I think it all comes down to looking at content creation not just as an SEO,
Mm-hmm.
but understanding it from the user's perspective and really realizing, like, there's actually a human being, typing that keyword into Google, and your aim isn't just to get the traffic, it's to convert it. So I think when you understand the search intent at quite a decent level, then your content is going to convert better. So you make more money on the website. And like you said, one of the best ways to figure this out is just reverse engineer what's already ranking. So if you look at the SERPs for your keyword, and I think sometimes one of the best ways to plan out your content, let's say if you're mapping out, say, the next 90 days of content, you'll probably agree on this, is like, where is that person in the funnel before writing your content? So where are they in the customer journey? Are they looking for informational content? Are they close to buying? Are they trying to compare products? And you can figure that all out by looking at the keyword, reverse engineering on Google.
Yeah, I think I've spoke about this before, and it does come down to the user journey of where they are. Because, for example, obviously there's billions of searches that happen every single day on Google, but if you can also understand where your user journey will be next, that can help with your SEO campaign as well, and also with the intent. So I'll share my screen again, and I'll show you an example of what I've done here. Like I've shown this before, but if, say for example, we want to rank for best running shoes. Now, somebody might search that, but then the next search after that would be potentially where to buy running shoes, or okay, they've bought their running shoes, but where's the best places to run with my new running shoes? Then you've got another article here talking about the running spots in Barcelona, Madrid, Mallorca, etc. So as soon as you understand like where somebody is in the actual bucket, for example, you can then start interlinking all of your other pages through to like the most relevant pages. Like we've got, like, for example, best crypto wallets as an example as well. Now people would also want to know like mobile wallets versus hardware wallets, security features of crypto wallets, custodial versus non-custodial wallets, etc. But as soon as you can essentially start to figure this process out a lot more, that's when you're going to understand user intent very, very clearly for your website. And some of the best people that would understand the user journey of their potential customers are actual business owners, because they'll know exactly like, okay, this person's in the market for buying a solar panel, but next they might want to buy, for example, a battery pack to essentially feed the solar energy into. So there's just all these different nuances that you just need to know. And then this is also another benefit of it, like hiring an SEO and speaking to your SEO as well, because sometimes as a business owner, you'll know what like certain keywords or certain pages that you actually need to write on your website to essentially attract more customers as well.
Can save a lot of time as well with content creation, because if you can filter out the keywords that are not relevant to the customer you want to target, you go, right, I don't need to create content around that or that, and all of a sudden you've saved yourself a ton of time and money, and you can just focus on the keywords that actually going to bring you money. Like, for example, if you're an SEO agency, you're probably not going to try and rank for like SEO jobs related content, because that's job seekers, it's not potential clients. And so all of a sudden you don't have to write that extra 50 or 100 articles that might have been required in the topical map.
Yeah, exactly that. So that's been understanding user intent. Is there anything that you want to add, Julian, before we sign off?
That's it. I think just right for the user as well as the search engine. That's it.
Just understanding the user journey, and obviously writing for the actual users, massively important as well. It's also another thing that Google recommends. But thanks for joining me, Julian.
Cheers, in.
And if you guys do have any questions, feel free to drop it down in the comment section. And if you want a free 15-minute growth strategy call with myself, make sure to check out casualdash.com. Thanks.